Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Legends action figure review. Today we're looking at the first of the 7 figures from this wave that I'm going to look at, the X-Factor Cyclops. The first version. We've had 2 of the white and blues, and now we're finally getting a blue and yellow version, which is actually not my preferred version, but I'm still very curious about these effects more than anything. I'm excited about that. Anyway, you can see on the side of the packaging, it just says Cyclops right over there. We get this image of Cyclops, and then on this side we get some nice looking artwork right there. And then you get some artwork as well as a read-up. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. And then there's the other figures from the wave. You get a spot varnished X logo on the top, not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's the X-Factor Cyclops figure out of the packaging. And it's not that interesting of a figure all on its own. It really isn't. However, the effect piece, yeah, that's really making this figure stand out, and it's making me have a fun time with it. Also, there's other X-Factor figures coming out that I'm going to be able to display this with, so I'm looking forward to that, but at this point, it's just the one. Anyway, let's get a closer look at that optic blast accessory, and then we'll get a closer look at the figure. Here's the optic blast effects, and then we have the head that goes with it, and then there's a second head which we'll show off in just a moment, but damn it, I am so happy Hasbro went ahead and went all out with this effect over here. I've been wanting something like this for ages. I like how there's these little indentations sculpted in the optic blast, so it's not 100% smooth. Can you see those little cuts right there? Those little breaks in light. I love how translucent it is. I had a lot of fun taking pictures of this thing. I really do like it a lot. And then you also have the beam part of this, and it has these divots sculpted in there on one side, flat on the other. And then you just play a little game of match the shape to port this together, and it's very easy to do, and it's very sturdy and strong as it's coming apart. Let's see if I could demonstrate in real time without it coming apart. Come on, there it goes. Okay, it's staying, and it's coming off fairly easy, so be mindful of that. Maybe if I heat this up, it'll stay a little better. Yeah, I feel like there's some more room for that to go in. And when you plug this in, you want this riveted side facing downward, and it goes right into that head sculpt, and damn it, this looks great, man. I had this standing overnight, and it did not bend or warp on me at all whatsoever. I am very, very happy with that. And for a little comparison, you could see the optic blast that we'd gotten before. I believe they used this for both the previous X-Factor Cyclops and the animated Cyclops. So I busted that one out. I could not find the other X-Factor Cyclops, but you could see how this beam goes with this figure right over here. And what you could easily do is swap these out. So you could go ahead and put this one on this figure if you want to do that. That'll work. And likewise for your X-Men 97 Cyclops figure. Oop, do I have this facing the wrong way? Yeah, I had that facing the wrong way, but damn it, that looks cool as hell. I had a lot of fun with that. A little bit of gappage over here, you know, so that is a little bit irksome. And I'm fairly certain it'll fit the same way on this blue and white Cyclops figure that we have right over here. I just couldn't find the head for that. It's very frustrating. Then I also wanted to give a little comparison to my custom optic blast that I've had for like 20 years or whatever. This is awesome. I made this out of bendy wire and hot glue and red Sharpie. That's all it was. And you can see some sticky tack at the end of it. But damn it, this has been fun for ages. You know, if you're a long-term viewer, you maybe remember seeing it in some display videos and stuff. But yeah, I've loved this thing. I still have it. You know, I can't believe it's held up this whole time. But yeah, getting this official one right here, it's so satisfying. And I didn't want to forget to talk about the face sculpt right over here, which I think looks great. I like how we have the angry eyebrows behind the visor. There's a little bit of this metallic paint right here, or I guess the plastic has a little bit of a metallic sheen in it. I like that. And a lot of little detail with the tongue and the mouth and everything, with the teeth and everything on this. I like it. A little bit of a stain right over there, but aside from that, I really dig this head sculpt. So the original 5 X-Men reluctantly regroup for this X-Factor series. We have Jean Grey coming back and a very confused Cyclops. Don't know what to do. He's got his life with Madeline, and he's got to move on and be an X-Men again. And yeah, I think the designs for these suits are actually pretty cool. I do like the second string of suits more, but yeah, this looks pretty neat to me. It's not my favorite by any means. I do like the little smirk we have here. It reminds me of the X-Men 97 smirk that we see on Cyclops. But again, I like that little bit of a metallic sheen in the yellow right there. The mouth looks good. So fairly solid looking head sculpt. You can see a seam line going across the top, but it's not so prominent. See, we get a hole peg on the back of the figure right here. And as far as the rest of this goes, it's fairly bland. It's just what it needs to be. You're just looking at a Vulcan body mold over here. The yellow looks pretty solid for the most part. It's a little fuzzy on some of these lines. As you look at the butterfly joints, it doesn't go all the way in there. I've seen pictures of people having like paint taken off on these, and I don't know how long that's going to hold up. I've had the figure for a minute, and I've done all my photos and everything like I always do so that you can see the wear and tear that happens. So on mine, it's not so bad, but you can see a little bit happening right over there. On the back side, you know, you can see the line right there. So it's a little tricky. It's not that good looking. It's not that clean looking anyway. Shoulders look okay with the yellow over the blue. It's always tough painting really light colors over really dark colors. But yeah, if they could have added, I guess, one more layer of paint, it would have made it a little bit better, I think. And then we have a different plastic choice right over here with the forearm. You could even see that blue plastic underneath the yellow plastic right there, just a tad. Then over here on the hips, it looks okay. The one that I'm giving away does have a little bit of a thing going on over here. I did notice that, so keep an eye out. If you have multiples, it's coming through a little bit. You're going to see that blue coming through the yellow underneath, and that's the one job the figure had, right? It's reused, it's painted, you know, and it has that accessory. So a little bit of a bummer to see it not come out, you know, as perfect as I'd like to see it, but still, I don't know, it's solid enough for me. Again, not my absolute favorite suit, but it looks pretty good. So skip ahead the articulation segment if you don't want to see it. We've seen this body mold so many times before, but it has been quite some time since I've gone over the articulation on this Vulcan body mold, and it works pretty well. Again, those butterfly joints, I wish they could move all the way back and all the way forward with the paint still there. You get the shoulders moving up 90 degrees. Just want to demonstrate how that looks after doing it. The paint that's on there actually stays on okay. Like, I just wish they had a little bit more on there. Anyway, you could rotate it full 360. You get the pinless double joint elbows, and then you get reset, turn side to side, hinge up and down, and you move forward, back, waist cut, hips move outward, and he'll kick forward that much and not back, upper thigh cut, double jointed elbows, calf rotation, ankles move down, they move up, and beautiful ankle pivot. And we have interchangeable hands, I forgot to mention. Ooh, yes, you get the Madeline Pryor pleasure pose hand right over there, or the Jean Grey pleasure pose hand, and then you get the open hand right there for the right side. Now to measure out this Cyclops figure, you can see that it is standing right at 6.5 inches tall. Then for a Cyclops comparison, you can see we have our X-Men 97 Cyclops and the other X-Factor Cyclops, missing a hand right over there. I don't know where it went. Sorry. But I have a couple of head swaps I wanted to show off that I don't think... maybe this one came with the X-Factor head. I know one of them came in the Love Triangle 3-pack. But anyway, this one actually fits on the head better than the other one. Yeah, that fits on there pretty good if you wanted to do that. It's all right. The other one sits a little too high. And then you could actually use the X-Men 97 head on here, right? Doesn't he come back to this suit later? And then he has this kind of the cowl thing going on, right? Isn't there like a contemporary version of this suit? Or a more contemporary version of him looking like this? I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. Damn, that looks really good too. Just poured on this blast effect and yeah, there you go. You have Cyclops in action. Then here's Cyclops next to the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Madeline Pryor, and damn, I want to rewatch that series. I just saw a post, Lenore Zan, voice actress of Rogue, stated that there's a season 3 coming, so yeah, can't wait for seasons 2 and 3. And then here's Cyclops next to the rest of the original 5 X-Men. We have Beast, Iceman, Jean Grey, and Angel, and these three look pretty good together like this. That's how they looked in the books. I could not find my Phoenix figure for some reason. I love that figure. I've been playing around with it too much, I guess. But anyway, there's Jean Grey, and we have Angel right over there, which is so close to this X-Factor design that he should have, but for this team, but we don't have it yet. I don't know if I want to see Hasbro making another Angel that looks almost just like that, but with an X instead. It's like, could I customize that? Should I buy a new one? It'd have to offer something fairly unique to go along with it, aside from it just being a repaint. But I don't want them to change the wings. I like those wings. Then here's Cyclops next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Bruh, come on. We're both into redheads. Let's share some pictures already. Come on, here, I'll go first. She calls this position the jackpot. Ah, my phone! Ugh. That was a little premature, wasn't it? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I certainly did. If you liked it as much as I did making it, well, hey, hit that like button. And if you want more fun videos coming your way, well, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We have other figures from this wave coming to the channel soon. And hit that join button if you want to support this content via membership or Patreon. Or Patreon links in the description below. Anyway, this figure is not offering a whole ton outside of the Optic Blast. The Optic Blast is the main selling point. Now, does it feel like it's a $20 Optic Blast? For me, not necessarily so. I'm okay with building other X teams. It's not the most desired X team for me personally, but I am looking forward to completing another team, and I already have 2 of the characters ready to go, so it's not that far removed from completing this X-Factor team. We just need another Angel. We have that Jean Grey coming our way, so yeah, I'm investing in building the team, and I'm okay with that. I like doing that. As far as how the figure came out, could have been a bit cleaner. There's not a lot going on, like I just mentioned, you know. I wish they'd given just a little bit more yellow paint in some of the sections. I'm happy to see them put more than one coat on there, but in some places it seems like it really does need more than the coats that they have on it, which is looks like 2. Are they going with 2 or is it 3? I don't know, but it looks like it's 2. Maybe they need a 3rd coat. But the paint still holds up. The articulation is still fun. I love the Optic Blast. It comes with a Build-A-Figure piece as well, so that's very cool. And at the price point around $25, I'm going to give this X-Factor Cyclops a Sud rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so be sure to let me know in the comments section below. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and whatnot. You can find photos over at MarvelousNews.com, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,